here we are. I've been a prime example of how not to be productive and successful. And thank you for this introduction, JB. I'm going to help you to plug the ship so the ship can make progress for you. And I was working hard. I achieved nothing. It was all to do with my self-image and beliefs. And if that's your reality, well, remember, it's just a phase. You're still working on this. But I'll give you today 3 challenges and 3 concepts that you could go through to get you started on 2025 and set yourself up for a year that could change everything for you. I took massive action, as I said. I was a busy bee. I was productive, and I got nothing done. I was doing what was completely irrelevant. That took me 10 or 15 years until I faced my fears and I did the uncomfortable inner work, and somebody helped me through it. So working hard might not be the final solution for you. But let me share a bit about my background so that you understand what was the problem, if you have. And I have 2 children and a wife. We're currently living in the EU after moving from Australia for 12 years, where we lived before. And from an early age, I had a father and son relationship that was completely dysfunctional. Home was a criticism minefield. It was a difficult time. And as I said, my dad was quite angry, highly critical of me, and I never felt safe around him. And as it arose, I never felt confident. I felt limited, and I had this chasing always the next thing to prove myself. My whole life turned out to be proving myself. That was maybe the mechanism to deal with that childhood. And I was respected, I was celebrated because I achieved all of these things as a high achiever. Yet inside, I was struggling. So eventually, I ended up 34 years struggling to find my lost self-worth and confidence. And it was all to do with my childhood. So if you have recurring challenges, really ask yourself now, is it success and productivity that you need? Or you need to find your authenticity? Because it's a different thing. And if that's the case, then how long have you been struggling with something similar that I was going through? Because I hear from people, the answer is decades. They've had it almost all their life. And in this work to change myself, I spent over $100,000 on all kinds of personal development tools, books, seminars, past life regression, meditation, affirmation, everything under the sun. Tony Robbins live events, DeMartini, Brian Tracy, T. Harv Eker, and it seemed like I'm beyond help. And I was after this true version of me to feel good about myself. I moved 4 countries. I traveled 70 countries in search of these answers for over 20 years. And all I wanted to just feel successful and fulfilled. And I was wasting my time all along because I was scratching the surface, which has never worked. My family started to doubt whether change was possible for me. I already had a 9-year-old and a 5-year-old, and I was always working. And my wife asked me one morning in Australia, she said, "Is it time for us to divorce?" Now that was a light bulb moment. I realized now I could lose. My health was not going well, my wife and 2 children. And I said, well, I asked for a 1-day break or pause. I said, the answer that came to me, I said, I never give up on this. And I said to my wife, I'm okay to grow old and keep trying until I find something that works. And eventually she stayed with me and the kids. But the question is, what happened after? And imagine, as to 34 years searching, within 6 months after this crushing point of no options left, I found a mindset coach. And working with him in the next 6 to 12 months, my life has completely shifted. And the Doctor of Self-Worth brand came out of this transformation. And I've been helping every day ever since, changing minds and changing lives for people, working in groups, working one-on-one. And I decided to help 1 million people, and you could be one of them. And as I said, Looking back, my unconsciousness has been running my life and my results. And unfortunately, as it was, I had to break out of a job and or run a business, but I run 3 businesses to the ground by that time. And it's because of carrying my thoughts were limiting ideas and beliefs. I have to work hard. I'm not good enough. I haven't got time. I don't deserve it. And these beliefs were killing my results. And the last one was I can't make money from doing what I love. That took me over a year to get through. So now I have life on my terms. We are homeschooling our children. My kids love me, which never happened in my family between fathers and sons. We changed our life. We have bought an organic farm. So we're trying to grow our own food in the next coming years. And last year we traveled for 7 or 8 months around Europe with a caravan, seeing the most beautiful places. So life's good, but it's not about me. You would ask yourself now, okay, well, what do I need to do? It's not always that simple, but I will do my best to help you with my 3 challenges and the other 3 concepts. And let's define a bit, because we have the theme of productivity and success. Now, productivity means accomplishing your goals in a timely manner, where you follow through on all the tasks that you have set ideally into your calendar and completely doing them to the T. But this is fairly easy if you set the right tasks. Success, on the other hand, this is number 1 out of the 3, is not so straightforward. Take a deep breath in now. Get a notepad or take some notes, because you want to know what success is to you. Let's define it for you. What would mean success for you in 2025? Is it getting your health back? More money, time for important things, earning 50% more, having new contracts in place or new partnerships? Really define it now. Take a little time and write them down now, because it's important for you to be successful. It can be a very different experience for all of us. The other thing is, I was so disconnected from myself that I had no idea what I wanted. Just wanted to feel safe. And I was running away from this 60-hour week to have some time with family and my kids. But that second thing that I wanted to share with you is a challenge. Where is your emotional dwelling place? Where are you going back to every day? It's the most typical emotion that you are indulging in. Is it negative? Is it anger? Are you feeling hurt? Is it sadness or frustrated? Because these emotions will be your advisors about the tasks and decisions that you make in your life and business. Now, seek help to release them if you need to, because you could become a hostage. I certainly was. And you might want to take a note of those emotions right now. The third one is about your usual thoughts. Again, you've got the paper and a pen, I hope so. Are you running in circles in your head? Well, write down the 3 most typical thoughts that you keep repeating. And it could do with the past that you have not chosen, you haven't made the right decision. But notice again, are they positive? Are there negative voices in your head? We can terminate them. The renting space is over in your head. Let's give them a termination notice. And this is the tip from me. Look for someone who was dealing with the same or similar challenges that you have. This is a shortcut that you have now. And this person who has turned them into the results that you're looking for. Let me simplify it for you. If that person has also been helping others to get through exactly those challenges and they have testimonials and results, all you need to do, maybe have a free experience, commit to their product and service, and then stay in it until it works for you, or get your money back if it didn't. And this is the reason. See, I spent over $100,000. I decided to guarantee results for my clients. I wanted to set new standards, for this industry, because taking full responsibility for my work and for my clients' results, I believe this is the new standard I'm hoping. And this is why I give away 1 hour free sessions to everyone who is committed and show up. And I don't want you to keep buying programs and run in circles like I did for decades, because I was wasting my money and time. And I didn't know I was wasting it, because I think it's unfair to sell products or services that might or might not help you to get those results. Now, before I go into the third one, that's the last 3, which is the personal breakthrough stages, I want you to take a deep breath in and out. Now, I believe this may need to happen, these last 3, this may need to happen before you even get clarity about what success is for you and the productivity, unlocking your productivity, to really plan and do what serves you and serves others that you can maybe charge for and really make money out of. Now, these are the 3 stages, and this is where I have spent over 25 years. The first stage is unconsciousness, and this is where things are going difficult. This is where there is limiting ideas. There are negative emotions going on, where you are feeling, I'm not worth it. It's too hard. It's stressful. My needs are not important. These were all my patterns, by the way. My voice isn't heard. I don't know what I want. I won't be approved or accepted. I'm not liked. There's been plenty that I was dealing with. But emotional triggers are the telltale for you, because they will raise the signal for you. If it's, sometimes you might be angry or sad, then it will pop its ugly head up. The second stage is you without the grip of the past. Now, this is getting exciting. I call this best version or emotional freedom. And a mentor or a coach was, for me, essential to get here. Things starts to flow. You get more and more momentum. There is more mental resilience. You're more optimistic. You're trying things. You don't take things so personally. And you're taking on challenges. You have this wonderful growth mindset. And we're able to step away from structures. You maybe launched a side hustle, your business start to pick up, and you're creating more and more wiggle room in your life. You're able to receive money, appreciation, and the old fears are not controlling your life anymore. And I say, probably mentors, coaches, events like this one, thank you, JB, is the place for you to be, because you will be inspired by possibilities and the right communities. But the third stage is, I believe, where probably 5% of the population will ever get to. And I call this mission, your calling, life purpose. And I say it's automatic. If you get to the second stage and you are being present and you've done this internal work, then what's coming is you're getting more and more focused on what you want. And blind spots will be still coming along. I'm not saying it's comfortable, but mentors, coaches, communities, and masterminds will be able to point out when you start to do the usual circles, what the mind does to us. So here you have intuition. It's switching on. You're becoming more and more fearless, committed to your authentic life. You're not settling for less. You're able to set your prices and attracting people and opportunities, and at times resources, money, be able to get funds, team, and coincidences start to happen for you. And this is where I believe I want to just take this away. It's not about competition. Professionals create. I don't want you to compete with someone on the market already. You want to stand out. So looking back, I hope this really helps you. Just have these last few thoughts to share. So I've broken through to this authentic place at the age of 42. I call the mission state. unleashed, I'm playing around, I'm happy, I can get to come to stages I never wanted to talk in front of people ever before. So I'm joyful and satisfied. I have time for my children and family. But also, I believe in this stage, abundance will be a byproduct, just a natural way it will happen for you. And I believe there is no difference between my life and business. My wife is not so happy about it some days when I'm working because I feel like I want to work. But who was I inspired through the years? And my intuition was not enough. Reach out if you want to have a chat to tell you more about the journey. But I needed guidance. I needed mentoring groups. I needed networks to get here. And 6-Star Leaders was one of them among the many. You can look them up and follow them on LinkedIn. And if this message resonates with you, at drofselfers.com, that's my webpage. You can find my free resources and you can obviously download them. You will see them, I guess, under the video. But I believe this: results or lack of results in your life, take this away, are just reflections of your mindset or strategies. And you will repeat those problems and struggles that you might be having now until you wake up. And sadly, it usually takes decades of struggle for most people to become coachable by their life's results till that wake up moment, or by mentors who are creating shortcuts. I will be here. The door is open for you. Thank you very much for your time.